If I lost everything today, every property, every contact, every landlord, I can build the Airbnb business completely from ground up again. Not because I know where to find apartments, not because I have some kind of secret list or anything, but because of one strategy I'm going to share with you in this video. And it's the exact strategy that we use to close over 100 Airbnb properties. And it's probably one of the biggest mistakes I see new people that are trying to get into Airbnb make. They're spending weeks trying to figure out the perfect Airbnb property when they should be doing this one thing, focusing on how to get a landlord to say yes. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy on how to get a landlord to say yes, and the only thing I'd be focusing on. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly the one thing that I would be focusing on, how to get a landlord to say yes, if I had to start all over today. Everybody thinks it should be about finding the perfect apartment or the perfect home. It's not. It's not about the perfect apartment. It's not about the perfect home, because apartments and houses are everywhere. It's about getting a landlord to say yes. Because when you master this, you can go anywhere. I've watched people analyze hundreds of properties, spending literally hours upon hours every single day, draining themselves to find the picture perfect property so they can Airbnb it. It's a big mistake. They build these massive spreadsheets. They run hundreds of properties through AirDNA first, spend months looking at properties, only to never sign one property. Then I've seen some of our students close properties in weeks. Not months, not years. Some of our students have closed a property in hours because they focus on the one thing I'm going to share with you by the end of this video. The difference wasn't money. It wasn't that they have magic luck, some crystal ball, magic wand. It's that they understood how to get a landlord to say yes. It was that they actually understood what to say to a landlord and how to get that landlord on their side. Landlords lease to people they trust. And that's what we're going to share with you now. Think about it. A landlord has one or two properties. The thing that goes through a landlord's mind when renting a property is multiple things. But it starts with, are they going to pay the rent on time? Are they going to trash the place? Are my neighbors going to be complaining? Are there going to be people parking on the grass? Are they going to destroy the inside of the property? If you were a landlord and somebody called you and said, hey, I want to rent your property, it's the first thing you think too. Parties. Think about Airbnb. What is the first word that comes to your mind when someone says, hi, I want to Airbnb your property? Instantly, people think of a party, because that is the misconception of typical vacation rentals. But what if it was a corporate rental? I'm going to share with you how to get a landlord on your side by using a strategy called corporate rentals and getting on the landlord's mind. You got to sell the landlord on certainty, confidence, the rent being paid on time, no parties, people not trashing the place, rent being paid on month and early, bringing in professional guests, not people vacationing. Here's what changed everything for me and our 3,300 current students that we have. Instead, I focused on sharing with the landlord what we've done over the last 10 years, how we target travel professionals like nurses, doctors, patients, engineers, military. You see, if somebody's coming into work into an Airbnb, it's much different than someone coming to party. Think of Las Vegas on the Strip. You get a property. Landlord says yes. There's going to be parties. It's Las Vegas. There's parties, especially if you're marketing it as a vacation rental. But what do I teach my students? What if we market it as a corporate rental? Now we're going to target people coming to work, like a nurse, a doctor, a patient, engineer, military. Do they typically go in and trash the place and go and drink and drug and mess with neighbors and have, the neighbors complaining to landlord? No, because these people are coming in for a different reason. Now landlords go, oh, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say this? Doctors coming into property. Yeah, doctors going to come in and throw a big party and trash the place and drink and drug? No, they're there to work. They're going to go to work. They're going to go home. They're going to go to sleep. They're going to do it all over again. See the difference? When landlords feel like you're solving their problem, they're more open to a conversation. So what is the landlord's problem? Let's dive into the psychology of a landlord. Imagine a landlord sat on a property vacant for the last 6 months and they haven't been able to rent it to a traditional tenant. And I go to you and I say, hi, Mr. Landlord, I love your property at 123 Nutcracker Road. Let me tell you a little bit about what we do. We're a corporate leasing company. We welcome in travel nurses and doctors and patients from all over the country that need to come into a great place to stay. We're going to keep your property in for sale condition. We background check every single tenant that comes in the door. The rent payments will be made every single month on time or before. We'll keep the property in for sale condition. We have a professional cleaning crew that comes in every single week and deep cleans the property from the baseboards to the top of the ceiling fans. We have no smokers, we have no pets, and generally no little children. And we're going to make sure the property is in better condition when we leave than it is today. How does that sound? Versus, hi, I want to Airbnb your property. I want to come in, want to party, me and my boo smoke. We'll keep it on the back porch. Neighbors won't complain. And if they do, we'll come inside. See the difference? Here's the mistake that costs people so many months. They're in research mode. They're not in action mode. I want to research the perfect property. Let's figure out how to get a landlord on board, and then we can find any property we want. You see all these people spending 40, 50, 60 hours trying to research and going through all this data and the spreadsheets to figure out which property we should get. And that's backwards. This business is a numbers game. Because once we get the landlord, once you get the pitch right, dude, you can go anywhere. Not every property is a good fit. Not every landlord's going to be on board. But if you understand the psychology of a landlord, now we can talk to them differently, and then whoever we contact, we got a really good shot of getting the landlord to say yes. And the people that are our students that have the most success have figured out one thing. If I get the landlord on board, and I've talked to a couple landlords, and I understand the pitch of the psychology, I can then go anywhere. I can go to any property, I can go to any apartment, I can go to any house, I can go to any condo, etc. Don't look for the property first. Get the pitch nailed down, then go find the property. You guys know this. Every no teaches you one thing. You're one closer to a yes. That's how life works in anything you do. The more no's you get, the more yeses you're gonna get. If I ask one girl out, she says no, that's it, I'm done. I'm just not gonna date anymore. If I ask 20 girls out and 3 or 4 or 5 say yes, then guess what? I've got an opportunity. If someone took everything away from me tomorrow, here's what I would focus on. That's why I wanted to share with you this video. I would understand the best markets. The first thing I would do is I would get 10 cities in my head. And I would definitely not focus on where I live if I live in a market that is not good for Airbnb. I would focus on Scottsdale, Nashville, Phoenix, Jacksonville, Orlando, Henderson, Nevada, Charlotte, North Carolina, Chicago, Atlanta, Tampa, Miami. Those are great markets for Airbnb. Now, are all the zip codes good? No. So you want to make sure that you're 3 miles or less from any of these 4 H's, okay? You guys could have to learn these 4 H's right here because this is a game changer. Hills, hospitals, hotels, H2O. Hills, mountains. Think of Smokies. Hospitals, obviously. This is going to bring in travel nurses, doctors, patients. Great clientele. Hotels, think of Marriott, Hilton, Doubletree, Sheraton's. Major, bigger, and better hotels. Not the Red Roof Inn, okay? Because you and a hotel and an Airbnb is the same business. It's just they have more doors. It's a hospitality business. So you want to be close to the competition because when they're $400 or $500 a night, you can come in at $250, $300 a night, and they get a better stay, less expensive, more privacy, full washer and dryer, full kitchen versus a hotel. So travel professionals that are coming in for longer stays always going to prefer an Airbnb or vrbo versus a hotel where it's freezing cold and they don't have the amenities. H2O, any property historically in the 15 years that Airbnb's been out has always done better if a property has a pool or it has a hot tub at the location. So if you can target these, you can do it right in Zillow or HotPads, etc. You can target a property that has a pool or a hot tub at it, you generally are going to do better than any property that does not have those amenities. Same thing with a lake or a beach or an oceanfront property. Water. If the #1 searched amenity on Airbnb is a pool or a hot tub #2 or a lake or an ocean view, if you have those at the property or around the property, you generally get better in search because more people are searching for those things. I would focus on travel professionals. When we do our title, you want the title to reflect what you're trying to bring into the property. If I put great property, come party, Las Vegas versus something like luxury home, 4-bedroom, corporate lease friendly, minutes to the Mayo Clinic, right? Now I'm bringing in people that are corporate friendly. I'm bringing in people that are, coming into the hospital. That's how you bring in better people into the property. Well, and I have another video where I'll do pricing strategy. I'll show you guys how to do the discounts so you can bring in people that are coming in for longer stays versus the in and out as well. The one thing I would do, I would just focus on getting natural. Go back to this video 20 times, share it with your friends, right? Make sure you guys comment if you want the actual script. In fact, if you guys want the script, message script inside the chat, send me a message, and I'll send you over a script we use to close hundreds of properties. I'll send you guys the exact script so you guys can do it, and then you just practice and rehearse it. You'll have it nailed down, then boom, you're rocking and rolling. Then you're doing the same thing. I mean, that's it. There's no fancy tricks, guys. There's no silver bullet here. It's get the script. If you want it, message me. Practice it till it feels natural, and then just call landlords. Listen, every no is closer to a yes. And the key here is that once you get your first landlord, everything changes your mind. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the minute you get your first landlord to say yes, you just realize that you have an opportunity of creating income outside of a W-2. What do you think happened to your mindset when you just realize that you create a business without needing a W-2 paycheck? It's game over. It's only from here. People ask me a question on what's the perfect market? What's the perfect landlord? What's the perfect property look like? What is the best furnishing we should have? I mean, should we put luxury furniture in there? Can it be IKEA? First of all, you don't want IKEA. The key is to get into Airbnb with the least capital intensive on the front. So here's a secret for you. If you want to really get into Airbnb, why don't you target landlords that have already furnished the properties? That's going to save you $5K right there. I told you if you made it this far, I was going to give you a gem. Why don't we target landlords on Zillow that have been sitting for 6 to 12 months vacant? They're desperate, they're motivated. Why don't we target 3 and 4 bedroom properties, because they generally do well. Now, if you get through all this process and you now have the pitch nailed down, the one downside to the entire thing that I share with you in this video is that even if you call a lot of landlords and you're like, listen man, the landlords are, they keep saying no. Here's why they're saying no. Because if this was your property and somebody called you randomly and said, hey, listen, and you went through the right pitch, the same pitch I just gave you, same pitch I'm gonna give you by putting script inside the chat. And they ask you, hey, how many properties you have? How long have you been doing this for? What's your portfolio? How many properties? Any references? What's your corporate website? Click. So what do you think we did for our 3,300 students? We get on a call with you and the landlord. We close the properties for you. We jump on a 3-way call. The credibility that landlord needs is based on our credibility. Respectfully, you don't have it yet. So when so many of my students came to me in the beginning, they said, hey, listen, I got the pitch nailed down, I got the property nailed down, but the landlords keep telling me no, 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 no. It's not because of the pitch being wrong. It's because the landlords want credibility to feel safe that you are who you are, and they're allowing you into their home to run a business. And if you don't have it, it just takes time. It took me 3.5 years to fail forward, to keep getting this right before I did it. If you want to save time, save money, I'll help you find fully furnished properties. I'll even get you a free month of rent with the landlord based on my credibility, and we'll close every property for you. Put the word Airbnb inside the comments. If you want to have a quick conversation, you guys can message me your phone number, put the word Airbnb. If you want the script, also in the same message, you can put Airbnb, script, even DM me your phone number if you want, and I'll have a quick free conversation with you to see if it's a good fit. I am here to help you guys win. If you want to get your first property really quickly and you want to do it the right way in the right market with the right clientele, DM me your phone number. Let's rock and roll. And again, we'll pop on a call and see if it's a good fit for us to work together. If it's not, we'll certainly tell you, hey, we can't work with you right now. You're just not a good fit for our program. And at least I'll be honest with you. I appreciate all the shares, all the follows, and all the love you guys have given. Thank you guys. The B&B Solution is here to help you win in real estate. God bless. Bye.